After releasing on Friday, June 25th, to somewhat mixed reception, Mario Golf Super Rush has been, for some, a mediocre experience, some a great experience, and some a disappointing experience. And since this seems to be such a controversial game, at least critically, I figured why not? Let's take a look at it in my first ever new game review. To start off with, I think it is only fair to mention that I have not played any of the Mario Golf games that have come before this. This was my first time playing a Mario Golf game, as it is for many people who are buying this game, so I think it only makes sense in this regard to not think of it like its predecessors and just think of it as Mario Golf Super Rush, and not another Mario Golf game. Also, before we get started, unlike in my Sonic Mania review, I'm going to be putting this game into just a pros and cons list, because I feel like giving a game 4 number scores is kind of lame. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to talk about what did and did not work for me in this game. Now, to start off with, I think it is only proper to start off with the adventure mode and just talking about that in this game. As many people know, the Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance Mario Golf games had really intricate RPG stories. I wouldn't know because I've never played them, but from what I've been told, they hold up really well and are still really fun to this day. And this one doesn't seem to be as good just from an outsider perspective. Now, of course, the adventure mode is still really unique, has somewhat fun characters and good ideas attached to it, but it doesn't have a lot of length to it. And while there is a lot of stuff that you can do in the adventure mode that is more so side content, it doesn't have a lot that's going to keep you in there for a super long amount of time. It is a very enjoyable experience, but I just wish that there was more incentive to keep playing it and just continue on with it. You can continue to upgrade your Mii character in the adventure mode via the classic RPG level up system, but I don't know, there just wasn't a lot just gravitating me towards the adventure mode, and I more so stuck to just regular golf, which is what this game does pretty well. The golfing in this game is of course really fun, though my problem with it is the advancements that it tries to play in. And this is where we are going to be talking about the big gimmick of this game. I mean, it's in the title. Super Rush. And in my personal opinion, I don't really like it that much. Some people have said that it's unfair because only the fast characters are able to do anything. And to those people, I will say, you're not necessarily wrong, but you aren't necessarily right either. Every character has a unique ability when it comes to the Super Rush, and it's also clear that the stronger characters are going to be the slower ones, meaning that they can hit further but not move as fast, which again is fine. My problem here comes just to the fact that it doesn't really add much to the game. I thought, based on the trailers that were shown, that there was going to be a lot holding in with this Super Rush game style, that it would be super fun and enjoyable, when all that I really feel like I'm doing is running to the ball and occasionally hitting others. Yay? This isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I just feel like they could have gotten a lot more weird with it, and it seems super like play it safe, I guess. If that makes sense to you, of course. And overall, that is probably my biggest gripe with this game. It could have used a lot more creativity. I feel like a lot more creativity shown into this game would really make it stand out as this huge new evolution for not only Mario Golf, but golfing games in general, even Mario sports titles, especially considering that the last few haven't really been that unique. But unfortunately, it just feels like an above average Mario sports game that just could have used a lot more flair to it all. And I do want to emphasize that this game isn't bad at all. It's really fun, enjoyable, and just playing regular golf is definitely where this game is at its height. But when the main part of the game that I enjoyed was just the basic golf, it kind of feels like there's other options that are going to be better. Also, there's an online mode, and it's relatively laggy, but I mean, whatever. Most online games on Nintendo Switch seem to be like this now, so I can't really complain about it. And also, the lag isn't like aggressive like it is in Super Mario Maker 2. It's just acceptable, and it's not going to hinder your experience. I still had fun online, so I wouldn't really worry about it. And with that being said, I want to emphasize that this game is still really fun, and I do recommend that you pick it up. But at the same time, if you're hesitant because you feel like it's somewhat lower quality, I can understand that, and I can understand anyone who just doesn't want this game because they feel like it could have been a lot better. I mean, I certainly feel that way. In the end though, while this game could have been better and certainly could have been worse, I still think it's a really fun experience, which is why I'm going to give it a score of a 6 out of 10.